What is going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks, back with our daily Apple update video, ticker symbol AAPL, where we take a look at how Apple stock traded today, key levels of support and resistance that we are looking at moving into the future, and based on that, what we think Apple stock could do. So real quick, as always, if you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Apple are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let me go ahead and pull up the chart for us here, and we will get started. Okay, so here we go. Let me go ahead and hit record. We'll get right into the video. So actually, Apple had itself a small red day, ending the day down only 94 cents. But if you were watching some of the price action earlier, it got scary for a little bit, going as low as $122.77. So the market this morning looked absolutely terrible, but thankfully we got a nice rebound. So we'll take a look at that. First things first, I want to take a look at some news that we got. So U.S. Treasury yields strike again. They were up today. Inflation concerns, the 10-year went up as high as 1.629. As you know, the big tech and the industry, your U.S. Treasury yields and big tech have an inverse relationship. So one goes up, the price of the stock of big tech typically tends to go down. Inflation concerns are the reason why the 10-year Treasury note goes up. So we got a little bit of that. That's the reason why we're down today. Thankfully, though, we recovered a lot today. So let's take a look at how Apple traded. Then I want to talk a little bit more about the market, and then that's kind of it for today. But as you can see, a decent gap down from kind of this 126s to the 124s, bouncing off of 122.78. And then thankfully, once we were above this level, we bounced at 123.69 and really pushed up from there. So, not too shabby there, you guys. Once we were able to establish kind of some solid footing, the market overall moved up. I liked the kind of uptrend we had throughout the course of the day. I liked the difference between VWAP and where we ended the day as well. The other thing that I want to take a look at is the daily chart. So it's not looking too pretty. What we had was, this kind of U shape, and we broke out of that bull pennant to go up. Struggled at the 135. We pushed up, broke 139s in the after hours, 137 during the day, and we just sold off. And again, we are selling off to exactly where we were before we broke out of the bull pennant. So it was like going back to like early April push up, and then now we're seeing a sell off. So what's going on? Well, we got a sell-off, I think, related to how much it pushed up, but also, big tech in general has just been kind of selling off. The good news, though, you guys, if you take a look at the moving averages, which I know I usually take a look at the exponential moving averages, but if you take a look at the moving averages, we got a perfect bounce off the 200-day moving average, which is absolutely amazing to see. That kind of is the last resort level of support for Apple. If we scroll out, even kind of going way back there, last time we broke below that was kind of the COVID pandemic beginning, so we haven't broken below that in a while. And then once back in mid 2019 when the stock sold off decently as well. So other than that, that has held up as real nice support, and I'm hoping that it continues to do so for us, and we can make a push towards the 50-day moving average in the 126.89 level. The EMAs here, you guys, again, we are again below all of them, and they are again not going to be stacked. 8 is now below the 21 and the 34, so not good movement there, unfortunately. But let's take a look at our levels and we'll see what we see. So first things first, clearly broke below our 123.69 momentarily today. Capture that soon, as we saw, and making a push towards our 126.65 level. So that 126.65 is going to be our first level of resistance, and then we got the 128, and then we got the $130 level, with all these EMAs kind of in the middle. And the key with these EMAs is typically, right, not recently though, typically once we can get above that, that can be a good level of support for us. We can establish a good support, start to push up. Unfortunately, it's kind of just broken through those and not really, you know, respecting those. So I'm hoping, you know, we at least get above the 89 EMA. That's a pretty big one. That currently sits at 127.45. So that would be my goal for Apple over the next kind of day or two, capture that 127.45 and kind of establish that as some support. Even if it wants to sideways consolidate after that, I think 127.45 is where I want it to go. Downside, 123.69 is the first level, and then 121.48 are the two levels of support. Remember that our 200-day moving average is also coming in right at 122.82. We bounced at 122.77, so we bounced about 5 cents below that. So, you know, really successful bounce there overall. So big tech in general, you guys, has not been looking too good. We've seen a sell-off. Apple's RSI is looking more on the oversold side, about 40. So that's, I mean, if that's something good, right? We're not, you know, overbought or anything. So we're seeing that pullback. NASDAQ was absolutely terrible today. Let me get rid of the moving averages for a sec. We closed, we broke below the 89 exponential moving average. Thankfully, we closed above it. So I'm hoping that tomorrow we can at least capture a few more of these EMAs. If we start to go down, hoping that we can capture the, if we can stay above the 89 EMAs. Same thing with the QQQs. As I mentioned yesterday, right, it's really important for us to kind of establish good levels of support here in the 320s, which is kind of where we bounced today, because if not, we got run room down to the 310s and even the 300s. So keep a close eye out for that. We're not super far from all-time highs, which always makes trading a little bit scary whenever you're at all-time highs. And then S&P, we got a nice bounce off the 34 exponential moving average, so that's definitely promising. Hoping that we can, you know, either trade sideways for the next few days, or we can, you know, make a push towards this 21 EMA that we could not hold today. So key levels to watch out for: S&P 410, QQQs, this EMA at 322, but also the 320 level, and see how those react, because I think if we break some key support levels, then we could see a little bit more of a drop. Other than that, you know, we could take a little bit, consolidate, and start to push up. If you take a look, this QQQ chart looks really similar to Apple's. Push up, and now we're coming right back down where we were literally the first day of May. This is very, very similar to Apple's chart, which makes sense because Apple is a big part of these indices. But you know, that's just how it goes. Big tech lately has not been doing too hot. But hey, if you bought a year ago, you're still up 60%. So something to kind of keep in mind, just to give things a little bit more of a perspective. That's all I had for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to my channel, comment down below what your thoughts on Apple are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.